Good morning. I must apologize for the fact that I will be speaking today, and not Brian. For the last couple of weeks, he has been battling a throat condition, and he is not feeling up to speaking today. I, his Dell, will be filling in for him. As Brian was looking around his dorm room, thinking about the effect of computers in his life, he noticed that the majority of what he owned and used had a computer of some form in it. First and most obvious is me, his computer. I am a Dell Inspiron, and I am the computer that this presentation was put together on. Brian uses me for the internet, email, chatting, playing games, and doing other schoolwork. My voice is coming out of Brian's amazing speakers. They are 2.1 surround sound, and have a variety of uses. They provide an excellent outlet for movies they can block out as horny neighbors, and they give me my voice, as well. Next to me is the microwave. Without the computer chips in the microwave, Brian's roommate would certainly burn lots of popcorn. On top of the microwave is the printer, where nothing but crap is spit out. Sitting out of its usual place when Brian was filming was his bass guitar and his amplifier. The computer technology in his amp lets Brian rock out, get crunk, etc. Turning around, looking towards the dresser and closets, Brian spotted the TV and PlayStation 2. The TV is on mostly on weekdays for noise in the background, while his roommate Eric plays World of Warcraft. Brian uses the TV to watch endless amounts of football. The PlayStation 2, however, is one of the places where Brian feels the effect of computers the most. Brian loves to play games and watch movies on the PlayStation 2. He has spent so much money on EA Sports products. If it wasn't for this, Brian would get very bored some days. Everything Brian saw in his room he felt had positive effects on his life. The laptop let him get his work done and communicate with friends and family. The guitar and amplifier let him be creative. The microwave gave him food. The television and the PlayStation 2 gave him entertainment, but one thing stood out that had a negative effect on his life for the last few months. It was SAM 2003, and it was just sitting on his desk, mocking him. First off, Brian had to pay $50 for SAM, and that was just for a password to log into SAM's website. SAM was designed as an instructional tool for Microsoft Office. It was meant to teach users the ins and outs of Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Internet Explorer, and something else Brian had gladly forgotten while typing this. Brian and the other SAM users had no idea what was beneath SAM's blue surface. They had no idea what horrible coding had gone into an awful half-done program. That the bugs and errors that plagued SAM would come out of nowhere and erase the user's work. Before someone could even be shut down by SAM's awful problems, they would have to be able to do as SAM intended. In trying to show people the proper way to use Microsoft Office, SAM's creators made SAM as anal as they were dumb and or lazy. Many times, SAM would take 3 normal keystrokes as incorrect answers. Many people using SAM would find themselves cursing at their monitor, while Brian would often give his own monitor the bird. The worst of these situations was when your single joke of an incorrect answer was your only incorrect answer, so you had to sit through training and taking the exam again. Overall, SAM was a gigantic pain in the butt. Whoever thought using computers that each computer used didn't think this through? The class Brian took in high school used a textbook and was far more effective than SAM could hope to be. Textbooks will never crash on the reader, and they will never force you to read a chapter again because you didn't read a couple sentences. When Brian was done using SAM, he felt joy to be done with that piece of crap. He also felt frustration towards SAM and everyone involved with the creation and selling of SAM. But since Brian lives in the real world, not in a comic, and he isn't the Punisher, he would not be able to find everyone involved with SAM and let them feel his frustration. Instead, he took out his frustrations in video games on the PlayStation 2. First, in Electronic Arts The Godfather, Brian would go have a talk with the vendors of SAM 2003.
You're one of the Corleones.
Your barbershop is nice. You should pay to keep it that way.
Well, since you put it that way.
Next, in Cloversoft's God Hand, Brian would go after the transporters of SAM 2003.
You're the God Hand. I love it.
Finally, in LucasArts Mercenaries, Playground of Destruction, Brian would show those North Koreans what he would do to the offices of SAM's creators, if he ever found them.
안녕하세요.
Roger, target received.
So Brian hopes that I have shown you the positive effects of computers in his life, the negative effects of SAM, and how much he hates SAM. Have a good day, everyone.